And I am Dani, writer, director, actor, political comedian, and rising junior at Columbia College.
Yeah. Here to talk about her thoughts on the election is tonight's co-host, Dani.
Hi, Anthony. As an undocumented person, I have a lot of feelings about the election.
I bet you do. Tell us about them.
Yeah, I mean, 4 years ago, everyone was saying, oh, Trump is never going to be president. He called Mexicans rapists. He said he could shoot people on Fifth Avenue. He is a moron. Well, that moron took office as president. And 2 years later, I was in jail, and children seeking asylum were in cages.
So, Dani, are you nervous?
Well, yeah, a little bit. Like, you know that feeling of when a drunk lion is chasing you? Well, I've been feeling like that since 2007. But it definitely became worse when Trump became president.
Well, since you can't vote, right? What will you do?
Well, maybe I'll run for president myself.
What?
Well,
Right?
yeah, I know.
I
I
know.
can. I know I'm too young to be president. Look, the point is, people tend to take the election as a joke, like that guy Kanye West that decided to run for president as a joke. That's not funny. If you want to be joking around, do it the old-fashioned way. You know, throw water on someone that is sleeping or something like that. I don't know. And if you want to be the joke yourself, just become a TikToker, okay?
So, what can people do, Dani?
Well, definitely vote and do it seriously, you know? The election will decide the future of a lot of people, myself included. So please vote like a drunken lion is chasing you.
And what do you guys think right now? We're in the midst of a great cycle of change. What do you want people to know about the youth of Chicago and the youth of our country, and what would you like to see happen as we are in this incredible moment?
I think it's really interesting. Again, I like to see things from a political standpoint, and I think it's really interesting to see how, the current government is not only not paying attention to us, but they're also just kind of hurting us, like the police is and all of that, just seeing all of that violence. I just wish people would stop seeing us and like tr- change as bad, but they would just join in. I think we have to stop resisting change.
Thank you. Danny, you got a word for me? I'm trying to be better.
Yeah. Yeah, I definitely agree with Aria and Antoine that I would like for adults to listen to the youth a lot more as we are bringing new ideas. I mean, we've seen that things right now are not going great, and we want to try our own ideals and see if maybe that makes it better. We're definitely being more vocal about it. We don't want the world to be like that, like this anymore. So, I mean, I guess if just like take us more serious and not just disregard us as young as not knowing, what's going on.
Got it. Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah. Well, for me, as we said earlier, that I am an undocumented person, to me it's always scary when they announce that they're going to send like federal troops. Like this is not the first time that it has happened that Homeland Security announces they're going to send federal either for immigration or for like this kind of stuff. That for me is always scary. I feel very tiny and I feel very not protected. Um, but I try to just like take it one day at a time. I try to not, like Antoine said, not try to control things that I can't control. That always helps for me. And just like taking it to my art, writing is always helpful for me. Just like putting my thoughts together and putting it on paper always helps. Yeah.
Got it.
For me, I am a first generation college student, and it's my first year at Columbia. I'm about to join them in the fall, and I was ecstatic. I was like, it's the dream, and what comes with that dream is like going to their building, to their campus, and like studying there. And I that was always my dream, and it's definitely been kind of sad to have to see. We're gonna take hybrid classes, so we will take some classes in person and some online. But I wouldn't want to risk professors or other staff just for my dream. If it has to be online, I'm okay with that. I wouldn't want anyone to like get sick, because it could be pretty bad, you know.
Got it.
We have a question from Fredo in the chat, and it is this: directly from the students' mouths. Do they feel safer with or without the armed police in the school? Do you want them out of the schools? How do you feel about armed police in the schools?
Yeah, I don't like it. It's scary. I don't think arms in schools go well.
Mhm.
You know, there's probably some young people watching this right now, and they're looking at the three of you two, and they're the three of you, and they're saying, wow, these young artists are creating original work, sharing it. Can you give us any insights into your creative process? How you go from like an assignment or a proposal or an idea to an actual stage? You know, how do you figure out what you want to say? How do you actually go about creating it? And any advice you have for other young people that want to be doing what you're doing, which is sharing their voice.
Um, yeah, I think advice number one is don't be scared, and don't be scared of sharing your work and your words. They are important, they matter. Always share them. And as to how I come up with my work, I think it's a process. I mean, I like to begin with an outline of the ideas that I have that I want to put into the specific piece, and from there I create a draft, and I leave it for like a day or two, and then I go back to it and I work on it again, and I go creating drafts like that until I feel completely comfortable with it.